Saint Fiacre, who was a Catholic saint from France, was known to work as a gardener who used to grow various medicinal plants, and while working in the garden continuously he developed hemorrhoids which troubled him a lot. So he sat on a cold stone which has multiple grooves or depressions over that, which gave him quite a sizable amount of relief. So looking at his alleviation of symptoms, many people have tried sitting on those stones and to hope for a good relief in their symptoms of hemorrhoids. Similarly, Saint Goncalo from Portugal was also known as a hemorrhoid healer, and still today so many people throng to his statue where they bear their affected part in front of his statue in a belief that they should get rid of their hemorrhoidal troubles. So these beliefs do work at times, otherwise the trust is always there. About hemorrhoids or piles, it would be interesting to know that at the age of 50, almost half of the population will be suffering from hemorrhoids, although they may not be having any symptoms of it, but if they are being examined, they will certainly have some or other amount of hemorrhoids within them. They remain asymptomatic. So there are certain interesting thing about this disease is that this disease doesn't spare anyone. There are certain famous personalities of the world who have suffered from this disease. The very famous name is of Napoleon Bonaparte, who was having this trouble since quite a long time, and at the Battle of Waterloo, his hemorrhoids have been in an acute swollen condition which prevented him from riding a horse or inspect his battlefield. Most of the time he used to stay in his tent, which led to his defeat in the Waterloo. Similarly, famous Hollywood heroine Miss Elizabeth Taylor was suffering from hemorrhoids. Not only this, the millions of heartthrob Miss Marilyn Monroe too was suffering from hemorrhoids apart from her other diseases, but she kept this secret for entire life of her, which was very short-lived. Similarly, George Clooney, one of the versatile Hollywood actor, director, producer, was also suffering from hemorrhoids, and he tried all the way to hide his medical records from the public, but unfortunately it did came into light. Similarly, Sir Gerald Ford, the American president, who was a very good athlete but who left her exercise once he became the president. So in the last year of his tenure, he too suffered a lot from hemorrhoidal symptoms, and he had to stay back at home and continued his office work from there. Similarly, Jimmy Carter, who was working on a submarine, was also suffering from hemorrhoids even at that age, but he treated them with various medication and other conventional treatment, but later on his disease became so aggressive that he has to undergo surgery. Although the American administration never accepted this, but Jimmy Carter's beloved friend Anwar Sadat, who was the president of Egypt and invited Jimmy Carter to his country, has prayed his Allah that he may be kind enough to have mercy on Jimmy Carter's hemorrhoids. Few other personalities like Karl Marx, the famous communist, then Ernest Hemingway, the famous American poet, and few others like Martin Luther, Franz Joseph, were also suffering from hemorrhoids. My intention behind naming all these is just to take away the taboo of this disease from people's mind, that it should not be considered any dirty disease or disease to be ashamed of. It is just a disease like any other disease of the body, and if you consult a clinician in right time, he will give you the best advice for you, and the treatment can prevent you or can take away all your sufferings like anything. So my best wishes with you.